Telltale Games was founded on July 12, 2004, just about 14 years ago by ex-designers of LucasArts. Sadly, it's being reported today that the studio will be closing down. Telltale Games really didn't make a splash until 2012 with The Walking Dead Season 1, which received widespread critical acclaim, earning over 80 Game of the Year awards. The story of Lee Everett and Clementine was just so special and emotional, something that took this industry by storm. Quickly, for many, Telltale Games became the best storytellers within all of gaming. The Walking Dead Season 2, The Wolf Among Us, Game of Thrones, Tales from the Borderlands were the next games to follow, and while there were technical issues, these games all received praise, which I think a lot of people felt that Telltale Games was one of gaming's most talented developers. But in the years since, Telltale's formula began to become a problem as bugs and glitches became the norm with all of their games. Notably with recent titles like Guardians of the Galaxy, Batman the Enemy Within, and Minecraft Story Mode, they all had the same praise for story, but the same issues with numerous technical issues. Besides just that, the studio was unable to evolve and adapt with gameplay, which frustrated many, but by mid-2018 many of us were hopeful as Variety reported that Telltale would be likely moving away from the Telltale tool, their game engine, and instead using the established Unity game engine. But sadly today, news has broke that Telltale Games is closing down. Telltale putting out a statement saying, "Today, Telltale Games made the difficult decision to begin a majority studio closure following a year marked by insurmountable challenges. A majority of the company's employees were dismissed earlier this morning, with a small group of 25 employees staying on to fulfill the company's obligations to its board and partners." CEO Pete Hawley issued the following statement: "It's been an incredibly difficult year for Telltale as we work to set the company on a new course. Unfortunately, we ran out of time trying to get there. We released some of our best content this year and received a tremendous amount of positive feedback, but ultimately that did not translate to sales. With a heavy heart, we watch our friends leave today to spread our brand of storytelling across the games industry." Telltale will issue further comments regarding its product portfolio in the coming weeks.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Furthermore, it has been reported by The Verge and US Gamer that The Walking Dead final season will go unfinished, with episode 2 being it. Episode 3 and 4 have been cancelled. The Wolf Among Us Season 2 has been cancelled. Game of Thrones Season 2 has been cancelled. Stranger Things has been cancelled. The studio is going from 250 employees to just 25, with those reportedly finishing work up on Minecraft Story Mode. And that's it. Overall, today has just been filled with a feeling of sadness and heartbreak. Capcom Vancouver, longtime developer of Dead Rising, just a few days ago shut down, and now this. Besides fans being disappointed like myself, I feel sad for the hundreds who have just lost their jobs, and for many their lives will be changed forever. One tweet coming from a former Telltale developer has gone viral. Brandon Sabenka saying, "I got laid off at Telltale. None of my sleepless nights or long hours on weekends trying to ship a game on time got me severance today. Don't work overtime unless you're paid for it, y'all. Protect your health. Companies do not care about you." Telltale co-founder Kevin Brunner, who left the company a year and a half ago, also published a blog post discussing today's shocking news, saying, "We pursued projects that no one else would consider: The Walking Dead, Tales from the Borderlands, The Wolf Among Us, Batman, Minecraft, Puzzle Agent, Poker Night, and Sam & Max, and are the kind of projects I personally loved, and I poured my heart and soul into each one. Those are the kinds of projects no other publisher or studio would touch. We chose to venture where others dared not to go. And we found some success along the way. It took a lot of vision, luck, willpower, teamwork, talent, and very long days and nights to get there. But it will forever have been worth it." And he would also finish his statement by saying, "Today, I'm mostly saddened for the people who are losing their jobs at a studio they love. And I'm also saddened at the loss of a studio that greenlit crazy ideas that no one else would consider. I'm comforted a bit knowing that there are so many new talented people in studios creating games in the evolving narrative genre. While I look forward to those games and new developments and continue to contribute, I will always find a Telltale game to have been a unique offering." The thing is, we all knew Telltale had issues, but nobody thought it was this bad. Earlier this year, The Verge reported about the problems facing the award-winning studio, saying, in November of 2017, the company announced that it was laying off 90 developers, roughly a quarter of its staff. For some at Telltale, the news was a shock. For others, the inevitable outcome of what sources familiar with the company describe as years of a culture that promoted constant overwork, toxic management, and creative stagnation. Furthermore, it was also added the culture of the studio never properly adapted from its indie mentality to one more appropriate for its larger size. Tribal knowledge persisted over clearly documented processes, and a lack of communication among employees bred confusion. So yes, ultimately, what has caused this studio to go bankrupt and close down is mismanagement. A small studio, Telltale Games, saw massive success they clearly were not ready for. This small studio then became a giant 300 plus people studio, which created development problems. This studio's focus on quality soon became a focus on delivering as many episodes as possible, which led to employees working 14 to 18-hour days regularly. Because of mismanagement, the studio began losing its top talent as they ran for the doors, which unfortunately, they never were able to change or recover from these issues, which led to today's news. Working in the video game industry is difficult, and stories like the one attributed to Telltale Games happens far too often. This is an industry that desperately needs to change, but today, I look back to Telltale and their portfolio of games, and it's just so sad seeing such a talented studio fall apart. Now knowing we're not going to see the end of Clementine's story or seeing Bigby's story continue just really hurts bad. But I will say I'm glad I was ever able to experience these games because I think it really has changed single player storytelling for the better. Anyway, I'm going to end this video by asking you to share your favorite memory from your time playing any of Telltale Games' massive portfolio. Share below down the comment section, but thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did find any informative value, and consider subscribing for more news videos like this, and rest in peace, Telltale. Surely will be missed.